And that song, I have goosebumps. That song changed my life.
Yeah,
here.
we knew something big was going to happen with the movie because the songs dictate the movie so much. We have started to play the game better now, which is we've been more aggressive with projects. She has 7 movies signed, TV shows signed, and it will keep the next year and a half, 2 years solidly busy. And that is the game.
मेरा बेटा सनी के लिए काम करता है। जब हितेश की लाइफ में जब सनी का काम आया, बहुत अच्छा है, लक्ष्मी जैसी है मेरी बेटी।
Hitesh is a very, very special human being. I believe that Hitesh is such an amazing person because he's a reflection of his parents, which are amazing people. He's the one person that has my back no matter if I am right or I'm wrong. He will kick and scream and fight for me, and I know he will. He's the one that stays up all night making sure my clothes look perfect.
I wish कुछ भूल ना गया हूँ। सनी को मैसेज कर दिया, कपड़े ले लिए, ज्वेलरी ले ली, स्टॉकिंग्स आ गए, स्टॉकिंग्स आ गए।
For some reason, this country has fallen in love with Sunny Leone and who she is, and I'm offered so many movies, it's ridiculous. I could sign them. I could sign a new movie every single day right now if I wanted to. That's how crazy it is. I can't deny the fact of my background, but even though it is me on camera in a bikini, or it's me in lingerie, or being sexy, that's gonna be a part of every single film I do. I hate to break it to everybody, but that's just the way that it's gonna be. Get used to it and get used to my body, because it's not going anywhere. At least, not for a while. Come here 1 second, please. You guys can come. The sponsor sucks.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wait, even though it's a sponsor, you're gonna waste more than anything, time. Because
I know, so
Hitesh can make the blue one.
हेलो बाबू, तू किधर है? वर्कशॉप पे है ना?
हाँ मैं वर्कशॉप पे है, वो इरफान को सब दिया हुआ है कल।
अब वो चलेगा, ठीक है, मैं अभी आ रहा हूँ क्योंकि वो दूसरे डिजाइनर थे ना, उसने सनी दीदी के कॉस्ट्यूम बिगाड़ दिए।
अभी हम लोग प्लीज बस करें, प्लीज, because you have lots of stress is going on, and can you stop right now?
तेरी माँ का हाँ इरफान पहुंच रहा हूँ 5 मिनट। इरफान, बाबू बोल, बाबू बोल। हाँ बोल बाबू, काफी हो गया है। बाबू आज नाइट करना पड़ेगा वर्कशॉप पे, मास्टर को बोल दे, उसका कुछ नाटक नहीं चलेगा। चल। और इरफान कुछ रेशम का कुछ लगाने वाला है तू? नहीं रेशम वेशम मत यूज कर, डायमंड ही यूज कर। ये किसका मिर्ची विर्ची सूख रहा है यहाँ पे? गिरेगा, ऐसा मत कर, ऐसा नहीं करने का। रेडी है सब? वसीम भाई, कितना टाइम लगेगा यार? कोई ना,
5 हुआ।
2 घंटा बचना।
वो उसकी स्किन बहुत सनी की स्किन बहुत सेंसिटिव है, तो वसीम भाई मुझे डर लग रहा है ये चुभेगा तो उसको टच नहीं दे रहा, सब ब्लू ही है वसीम भाई इसके अंदर।
शुरुआत आप सिर्फ ये वाला
चलो ओके।
I worked so hard to fulfill this dream I have of making movies. I don't necessarily think of it as being famous. I just love acting. I love it. I know that I'm not trained in it, but I love it. I love being on set. I love pretending and being somebody that I'm not. I love it. I think it's the most amazing thing that you can do as an actor is become something else and just be in that moment and be crazy or be happy or be sexy or be sad or all these different things. It's like a game in my head and I love it.
Welcome aboard Etihad Airways flight EY171 to Los Angeles.
In India, someone would pick up my shit. And here, I'm picking up dog shit. Dog poop. India is home. There's 2 homes. I live 2 separate lives along with, oh my gosh, I feel like I really am schizophrenic. I live 2 separate lives and I have two separate names. This is ridiculous. LA's home because my family is here. LA's home because my brother's here, my dogs are here, they're back there. But also LA's home because of this. Silence. My brother's not your typical Indian brother at all. He has brown skin, but he is very, very Americanized. He's a head chef at a restaurant, and he's never been judgmental about my decisions, ever. He was the first person I told when I posed for Penthouse magazine. And I don't know why I told him, maybe because I stole his name. I felt obligation.
She calls me up and she's like, I think I'm gonna get into the porn industry and you know whatnot. And I was like, and usually of course you're thinking that, you know, she's gonna be on camera having sex with some dude. And I was like, it was kind of gross, like I don't want to think about this.
He was like, okay, yeah, whatever you want to do is cool with me. Very relaxed, LA, California attitude.
A few months went by, but then all of a sudden she started getting more offers to do more and to do more. And then next thing you know, a year goes by and she wins Penthouse Pet of the Year. And that was one of the biggest days of her life, of my life. And then our parents kind of come in a couple of weeks later because, you know, she couldn't hide it. She couldn't hide it. Well, somebody in the family saw her on Howard Stern. All downhill from there.
I've known that I'm bisexual since I was about 13.
Right.
And just didn't put a label on it till I was about 21. We're both, we're both on our knees and we're both going down on him. And, he obviously finishes off in both of our mouths. And it was so hot. I love watching two people have sex. I think it's one of the most erotic, sexy things.
And
that
even
I've
though
ever
you are
seen.
emotionally involved with this man, it does not, the jealousy thing doesn't come into play.
No, not at all. I'm like, bang her harder. Fuck that pussy fucking harder. Sorry.
The whole family knew in 24 hours, to the point that my sister had no choice. She's like, oh my God, so-and-so just called me and said they saw me on Howard Stern. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, what are we gonna do, Bo? What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? And she's like, I have to tell them. I don't have a choice.
My parents found out who I was when I told them, which is exactly how I wanted it to happen. It was when I won Penthouse Pet of the Year in 2003. And I think I had the worst stomach aches all week from anxiety.
My sister's shaking. I'm kind of like nervous. My hands are clammy. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go. She just lets it out. I'm in the adult entertainment industry. I didn't think it would lead to where I'm at now. And she started telling the whole story.
Mom, Dad, I won Penthouse Pet of the Year and I won $100,000. And I emphasized on the $100,000, hoping that it would sound like a lottery ticket. But my mother chimes in, like, after a lot of silence, you were naked? I don't know how it registered, but it did. And then she started crying and crying and crying. And my father, he's like, well, you obviously didn't consult us before you made this decision. The only thing that I can tell you is if whatever you're gonna do in life, make sure that you are the best at what you do. And it wasn't on the emphasis of me taking my clothes off, because no father wants that at all. No parent wants that. It was that, I think it was more on the lines of, you've made this decision, now own it and be successful. Don't get sick. Don't, do things that hurt your body or hurt yourself. Or I think they were worried about drugs. I think they were worried. The idea of sex, we never talked about sex ever in my household. Only that it was bad.
All she wanted was just their support. Not necessarily to the point you're asking for somebody their blessing. Just support me in some fashion. Not asking you to like what I do, love what I do.
My mother was extremely devastated. She was hurt. She made me definitely feel horrible about the decision that I had made. And that's why I had to just come to that one thing and say, look, this is how it is. This is how it's going to be. I'm not changing my mind. I don't regret it. And you need to just get over it.
Then you had the whole family they don't talk to her anymore. When my parents go over for dinner parties, that's what everybody wants to talk about. Drama, drama, drama. Your daughter does this, your daughter does that. So that didn't help. So the divide in the family started to occur, because then now my parents are shunned off as well.
Hello?
Mrs. Danjal?
Yes.
We've been commissioned to do a documentary on your niece. We were looking for family to talk to now that she's one of the biggest stars in India.
I don't want to talk about it. Thank you.
When I posed for Penthouse magazine, the first one, the cover centerfold, I got a lot of hate mail saying, you're not Indian, you're not a woman, you are a disgrace to our culture, you're a disgrace to our religion, you're a disgrace to every Indian person. You're reading all these nasty things that people are saying about you, and at the age of 19, it's not fun. Nor did I want to go through that again, ever. So that was my Penthouse situation. That's why when Big Boss messaged us to be on the show, I immediately said no.
I said, we're not interested. Thank you very much. Best of luck, blah, blah. Got another email. Listen, this is a presentation of the show. So we opened the presentation, and in it says viewed by over 50 million people. And I was like, what? Viewed by over 50 million people? I go, how is it even possible?
Namaste India and hello Dunya. Welcome to Big Boss Season 5.
I spoke to them on the phone again. They said, you tell us what it's going to take to get her on the show. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's crazy.
So I turned to Daniel and I go, as a signing bonus, I want $100,000.
For us at the time, it was like
That
a
was
lot of money.
Insane amount of
For
money.
us, yeah.
Insane.
We had nothing.
I don't care who you are in life, but that's a lot of money.
We were doing a big show called Big Boss, which is an Indian version of Big Brother, and it does very well. And I think one of the names that was shortlisted and they had paid for as one of the contestants was Sunny Leone. And for whatever reason, the team developed cold feet and decided not to get her in. And we were sitting in a creative meeting and we were shortlisting new names. And one of the creative person told me, Raj, you know, there's this person in the US and we paid her money, but we're not bringing her. I said, we paid her money, we paid her, and not bringing her, why are we not doing that? And they said, she's a porn star. So I said, so what? Who are we to judge about anybody? And I said, are we going to show porn on television? They said, no. I said, are we going to show any nudity on television? They said, no. I said, are we going to do anything that breaks the law of this country? They said, no. I said, well, where's the problem? 2 days later, I got a SMS message saying, Sunny landing tomorrow night, media activated, everything under control. I've forgotten who is Sunny. So I said, who's Sunny? Because I've forgotten the name, right? And they said, Sunny Leone, the porn star. I said, okay, great. And then I Googled. And then I froze for a few seconds. I realized the magnitude of what was going to happen, what I had unleashed.
I love you. Credit to get Sunny into Bollywood should actually be given to my daughter Pooja Bhatt, because it was she who kind of had the vision to cast her. Sunny had made a foray into the Indian landscape with The Big Boss, and The Big Boss had suddenly become the talking point of the so-called decent middle-class homes were now talking about this porn star who was actually very beautiful and very pretty, and she was just like us.
Pooja Bhatt called me and said, you know, we've been wanting to cast Sunny Leone for a movie, and can you tell us when does she get out of the house? So I dialed Mr. Mahesh Bhatt then and there, and I said, Bhatt Sahab, you wanted to cast this girl. Would you go into the house and interact with her? But the only difference is you'll be on camera. He said, can I do that? I said, yeah, you can do that. You don't, I'm the CEO of the company. I can do anything.
But when I went to meet her, I found her very vulnerable. And there was a little scared girl in her. In fact, shy. Yes, you can be a porn star and still be shy.
Rest is history. Mr. Mahesh Bhatt went inside the house. It also brought respectability to the show, and it brought respectability to Sunny Leone, because suddenly you had one of India's biggest, most well-known film director going and making her an offer on live television inside the house.
Do that. Louder. Why would you try barking?
Barking.
No, that's not a good dog. Or louder.
In life, and it's not true for Sunny Leone alone, for everybody, when you have success, everything is forgotten. That's reality.
She has succeeded, according to me. Of course, we all have miles to go. And I think you will see her in the front rows of the entertainment world for a long time to come. The only person who can write the obituary of Sunny Leone is Sunny Leone herself. India has opened its arms and embraced her.
If you haven't seen her YouTubes, please see them. Please see them. It's obnoxious. Sunny Leone has enacted very nude scenes which do not behove a human being, not a woman or a man at all. I can imagine an animal doing it, because animal has no sense of right and wrong. To a huge extent, currently being revealed, pornography today is emerging as one of the catalysts or a trigger for rapists. My concern is the impact such pornographic acts have on society. And somebody else is the victim who's had no role in this. So the victim is invisible, but the victim is certain.
I know that a lot of fingers get pointed at me here in India when these cases happen, and it's absolutely disheartening and ridiculous in every way. Rape has been going on for centuries. It didn't get created when I got created. It was created before the internet. It was created before adult material was on the internet. Rape started centuries ago. Get it together. Like, it's something that's been going on for so freaking long. It's just now in your face because of the internet, because of television, because of people reporting it. I am not to blame for that. Pornography is not to blame for that. It's not my fault. Stop freaking blaming me.
Let's go.
I'm nervous.
No, it's okay. Sunny, don't worry about it.
I don't know why I'm nervous. It's like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They're gonna press play.
A lot of producers will say, do I actually need her to act, or do I need her to be seen? And when a producer says, I need her to be seen, the acting really doesn't matter. I mean, how many times you actually go home and say, oh my God, this is an inspired performance. You're actually going there to see tits and ass. Sounds crude, but that's the reality.
सनी लियोनी पहले क्या करते थे उससे हमें तो कुछ मतलब नहीं। फर्स्ट थिंग वो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, हम अपना काम कर रहे हैं, दैट्स द फैक्ट। वो भी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, हम भी मेहनत ही कर रहे हैं। उस हिसाब से उसका पहले क्या करती थी उससे तो हमें कुछ लेना देना है। और हमारा काम तो आज इनके साथ है, कल किसी और के साथ है।
I'll say for Sunny, who's going to argue with who you are? You either accept her or you don't. And as it stands, this hypocritical, as you put it, society has accepted her for who she is in all her honesty and beauty. She's been successful in what she's done in her past. She is being successful in what she's doing in her present, and I'm sure she'll be successful in what she does in her future. It's what she, as a personality, that what she brings to the table is what she has people gobbling up. She is such a hot favorite with producers and financiers and filmmakers, and clearly that's saying something for this girl. I mean, everybody wants a piece of Sunny Leone right now.
तो आप पूछ रहे थे कि मैं बॉम्बे क्यों आई. I wanted to be a part of film industry. One of the leading lady. तो मैंने सोचा, बचपन से ही सोचा कि अच्छा एक एक्ट्रेस बनने के लिए उसको डांस आना चाहिए. My friend has come. ठीक है, तो आप अपने कुछ व्यूज़ दीजिए.
तो एज अ डांसर मुझे इतना स्ट्रगल नहीं लगता, बट एज अ एक्टर इंडस्ट्री में प्रोड्यूसर से या डायरेक्टर से बहुत मीन्स कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ के लिए वो लोग पूछते हैं.
It's like, can you come to the movies with me? Can you come to
Go bed with them.
Can you go bed with me? And can you drink booze? Be open with me?
हाँ.
Can you have open sex with me?
अब सोचिए, अगर फॉर्म ही आप अगर फिलअप कर रहे हो किसी कंपनी का है और उसमें आपको लिखा है, आता है कि अपना नेम लिखो, एज लिखो, वाइटल स्टेटस लिखो, एक्सपीरियंस लिखो, सब येस नो टिक मार्क के होते, फिर लास्ट में रहता है कॉम्प्रोमाइज़, येस और नो. वो भी आजकल एक ऑप्शन आने लगा है. उसमें मैं सोचती हूँ, अरे यार ये क्या है. मतलब योर टैलेंट, आपका टैलेंट धरा का धरा रह जाता. नो मैटर यू हैव लर्न मार्शल आर्ट, नो मैटर यू हैव लर्न डांस, नो मैटर you have assisted to the choreographers, no matter you have come over here, you have worked so much on your body, your look, your personality, you have improved, लेकिन सब बाजू रखा हुआ है if you can't go bed with them.
ये हर प्रोड्यूसर की डिमांड क्यों होती है कि जो मेरी फीमेल आर्टिस्ट है वो मुझे हर तरीके से चाहिए. मुझे उसका होल भी चाहिए, सोल भी चाहिए, बॉडी भी चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए.
जैसा कि मुझे पता था कि सनी लियोनी एक पॉर्नस्टार है. उसका नेचर इतना अच्छा था, उसका सब कुछ इतना अच्छा था कि we forgot that who is she and where she has come from. But we feel so good with her. Of course I want to be a Sunny Leone. वो आज के टाइम में कितने लोगों की इंस्पिरेशन है, ठीक है. वो एक स्टार है जो हम सब यहाँ पर बैठे जो हैं, हम सब बनना चाहते हैं स्टार. We are very lucky that we dance beside of her, but we also want to take that position. ठीक है, उसके पास सब कुछ है, उसके पास फैंस फॉलोइंग है, घर है, गाड़ी है, बंगला है, एक प्यारा सा हस्बैंड है, अच्छी फैमिली लाइफ है. She gets everything.
Yeah, even I can go to any extent to become a Sunny Leone. Husband भी चोरी कर लूँगी.
Yeah, I think I can go to any extent to become Sunny Leone.
An X-rated film is a movie with hardcore sex. Our movies are very couples oriented, but there's always sex because that's what we do. Vivid Entertainment is an a production company, so all of our content is X-rated. In 2005, Sunny came to Vivid. She had a meeting with Steven, who's one of the owners of the company, and she was unlike any of the other girls that we've talked to. She came prepared, she had a portfolio, she knew what she wanted, she knew what she was worth, she had a career path. At the time, she was working with girls and she loved girls and she wanted to be in the movies. Steve and I actually have talked about this. She